Hey guys, it's Elizabeth, Finding Elizabeth. What's up? It's Saturday night. This is what I do on Saturday night. Last week you saw what I did on Friday night, which was make videos in my dating series, which I haven't done this week. So maybe I need to do one of those too. But I would be a really horrible friend if after Amy requested videos, I did not make one. Yesterday was my 2.5-year surge anniversary, which really doesn't mean anything. The part that I like about it is God knows where Patty and I are going to be 5 years from now. Not 5 years from now, 2.5 years from now, 5 years post-op. Today actually is Patty's 2.5-year surge anniversary. So happy surge anniversary, Patty. So I'm going to do a Q&A video. I asked for questions, and I will, I said I'm going to give a $20 Amazon card to people who submitted questions. I will do that. I will announce who the winner is in my video on Monday because I haven't had time to put like numbers in random.org. Here, whatever. Anyway, so I'm going to start with the more recent questions and go back because I said I was going to do this a while ago. So I'll do the ones on Facebook first. So you guys all know my stats. Head weight loss, vertical sleeve gastrectomy 2.5 years ago, lost about 200 pounds, blah, blah, blah. Okay, let's see the Facebook ones. Okay, Gretchen asked, and Gretchen, I have to say, is this a Snapchat filter on your profile picture? It's freaking me out. It looks like it's from The Exorcist. What's going on with that? Okay, Snapchat is weird and I don't understand it. So Gretchen's question is there anything post-weight loss surgery you'd redo? Anything where you'd say, I should have done this differently? Well, I'm a big believer in everything sort of unfolds the way it's supposed to. So really, no, I feel like I've been pretty successful in my journey. I've kept 200 pounds off for a year. I've kept 100 pounds off for 2 years. But realistically, the things that I would change is that I would have, I went to, and I've said this a million times, but I went to OH when I was 4 months post-op. I saw all these people doing things that I thought would kill me. Didn't kill them, so I tried them afterwards. So I would have held off longer on doing those things, and I would have tried a little harder this last year because basically I haven't lost any weight in the last year. So that's what I would, if anything, that's what I would do differently. Rhea asked, when you snack, binge, or go off plan, what is your food of choice? How is that different from before? Well, snacks are all different than before because they're just more weight loss surgery friendly foods. Yesterday, I actually went on a super carb. It's hard to call it a binge because we don't eat that much, and this one wasn't really from the perspective of eating emotionally or eating for something other than nourishment. I had a long day in LA. I got home at like 8 o'clock at night. I was starving. I stopped at Trader Joe's when I was starving, and I bought a lot of carby foods. So yesterday I had macaroni and cheese, and then, oh my God, I probably shouldn't talk about these. But you know those, these were always my favorite cookies from the grocery store, those little pink and white frosted animal cookies. Well, at Trader Joe's, they have those, only they're pumpkin spice. Really? Why would somebody invent that? They are so fucking good. I bought some of those, and I ate quite a few of those last night, but this morning I poured water on them and threw them in the trash because that's my eating disordered behavior. But generally, it's something sweet. If I'm eating in what you would consider a binge or eating emotionally, from my perspective, it's usually something sweet. It's candy, or it's ice cream, or it's cookies, or it's cake. It's something like that because I don't usually ever eat that. The difference between doing that now and in the past is the quantity. I could probably eat a half gallon of ice cream before and a whole box of cookies or whatever. Yeah, that doesn't happen so much anymore. Esther asks, when you cook, actually meal prep, what's your go-to? No sliced meat or cheese allowed. Well, I think a lot of people know this. My go-to, I guess this is meal prep because I make it and then I eat it all week. It's tri-tip, which I heard recently from somebody, and remind me, I think it was somebody at OH, so tell me who it was that told me this. But it's tri-tip, and somebody recently told me that they couldn't get that where they live, that was a West Coast cut of meat. So tri-tip, I buy it at a butcher. It's really wonderful. I cook it up for the week and, sorry. I cook it up for the week and then, sorry, I got distracted with that text. It's a work thing. I cook it up for the week and I eat it all week, and then I'll make some kind of vegetable, either green beans or maybe zucchini, or I've recently, which I know this is stupid and it's way more expensive than if I would just do it myself, but I'll go to the salad bar at Ralph's and make a salad and eat on that for a little while. So tri-tip is usually what I do from a meal prep perspective. But I don't typically meal prep, other than I make a food and then I eat it for a long time. Okay, Adrian Holmes Lopez asks, what was your best NSV and what was different than what you expected? So in terms of my best NSV, and I think somebody else asked this later on too, I really do think my best NSV, and this also I did a video on and have talked about before, was the night last year when my son invited me to go hear him play music. And it was an NSV because, number one, he'd never invited me to do that before. I would have never, even if he would have invited me before, I probably would have been self-conscious to go. It was a small event at someone's home. I was, it was all teenage, early 20-year-olds at the event. I was the oldest person there by probably at least 30 years. So I don't know that I would have done it, and I felt a little uncomfortable even feeling like I looked good, but I would have never have done that before. And it was such a profound moment for me because his father was a musician. I'd never heard him perform original songs, and he had written these songs and the lyrics were so complicated, and this whole audience was singing along, so I knew they were his fans, and it was just really, really a wonderful moment. In terms of what was different than I expected, I'm thinking that she's probably asking what was different about weight loss surgery than I expected. And really, it's that I've been this successful, because from the very get-go, I thought, this ain't going to work for me. It's going to work for everybody else, but it's not going to work for me. But guess what? It did. Just saying. And you know what? A year ago tonight, we were getting to OH in Raleigh, North Carolina, and it makes me really sad that I'm not doing that tonight and seeing my friends, and I'm sitting at home alone on a Saturday night, because that's my life. But it's okay, because I'm talking to you guys. Okay, Lacey Bruno Gomel says, I was going to ask about NSV. She says, how have your relationships with family and friends changed since your weight loss? And Patty comments, oh lordy, I can't wait to hear the answer to this one. Well, the main way my relationships with family and friends have changed is that I have them, actually. I was very isolated for a very long time. I didn't engage very much with family, and I really didn't have friends. I had acquaintances. I had people who had gotten tired of reaching out to me to ask me to do stuff that I wouldn't do. And now I have this whole wonderful world of friends. And I really, truly never expected that at this stage in my life I would have all these amazing friendships. So that's the big difference, that I'm actually showing up and being open and available. In terms, probably this is a definite yes, I may be more confident about saying what I'm thinking and feeling to people. And the other thing is, I have enough confidence now that I can stand to sit and hear constructive criticism from people in my friendships and reflect on it and come back. I don't agree necessarily, doesn't mean I'm going to agree with all of it, but I will listen to what somebody has to say without running away, which in the past I would have never even gotten that close to actually listen. If somebody had something they wanted to say to me that wasn't, I had no relationships. And now Amy always makes fun if I'll send her like a snapshot of some text or something. She's like, oh my God, how do you keep that many text conversations going? But it's because I have lots of friends and lots of people I like and lots of people who I want to know I'm thinking about them. And I didn't have that before. So biggest change is that I have relationships with friends and family. Second biggest thing is I have because of the relationships that I formed predominantly in the weight loss surgery community, I have enough confidence that these people are still going to love me even if I'm not perfect, that I can hear constructive criticism, which is new and different. And guess who's coming? I'm going to make the camera fall down. It's Dale Cooper. Hey, Dale, you want to say hi? I don't want to break the camera. Say hi. There's Dale Cooper. This is my date for Friday night. Hello, kitty. Okay, you're going down there. All right, next question. What do you do to get back on track? Well, basically, I just decide and do it because this is all about making a decision. I was really back on track last week. I was not as on track this week, and today I'm trying to get back there. It's really just a decision. One of the recommendations I give to people who are really, really, really off track is to start with one thing. Don't try to take on everything because you need to build some successes. So, when the pre-op program that I was in at Kaiser required us to lose 10% of our weight, and we had to take like 3 months as classes. So, I just hit one thing at a time. The first thing was just like, I would track all my food in MyFitnessPal, and I would do that for a week until I got it down solid, and then I would move on to something else. And I'm thinking maybe that's what I need to do now. I've kept a couple things really on track this week, but tracking in MyFitnessPal is not one of them, and I think that's really beneficial. But I would just start with one simple thing, whether it was MyFitnessPal or water or not eating in the car or fast food, and I'm talking about stuff that was pre-op. Now it would be tracking in MyFitnessPal, water, keeping my protein high and my carbs low, exercising regularly, that kind of thing. So for me, really, it's just a decision. It's like, pick yourself up and do this, bitch. Sorry. But it's all about our choices. And but if it's a lot and you feel like it's overwhelming, I really do truly feel like you need to build some successes. So I would suggest just starting with one thing. Okay, how many minutes? We're 12 minutes in. I'm going to stop this one, and then I will do a part 2 and probably 3 and 4. But anyway, here's part 1. We're done. Bye.